Coming to theaters this weekend is Equalizer 3 starring Denzel Washington. Is it worth your time? Let's find out right now.
I like this place. You can't take that from me.
Welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing well. Today I'm going to be reviewing the Equalizer 3 non-spoiler review, even though there isn't much to spoil in this one. I just want to say before we start that I am a kind of a decent fan of Equalizer, I guess you could say. The first one I think is actually really good, has a lot of fun moments, especially when he's having that end fight in like the off-brand Home Depot. I really enjoyed that a lot. The second one though, it left me kind of disappointed. I only gave that one like a 5 out of 10. There wasn't a lot going on in that one. Felt like the plot was just all over the place. At least you had Pedro Pascal in that one because that was a great addition to the cast. So this one I was walking in kind of with open expectations, but I wanted to see something great because Denzel Washington, he's one of my favorite actors. He gives a great performance every time, so I was hoping he would give us something great here. But the plot of Equalizer 3, he has Denzel Washington now living in southern Italy. He soon discovers his new friends are under the control of local crime bosses. As events turn deadly, McCall becomes their protector by taking on the mafia. So yeah, Denzel is back as this famous character, Robert McCall, now in Italy. So that's where our movie basically starts out. We're in Italy. Robert McCall is just hanging out, and you go through this one big action sequence in the beginning, which does leave Robert McCall kind of injured. So he does have to take kind of the first half of the movie just recovering from that injury in Italy, and you get to like form relationships with all these people that he's meeting. I really did appreciate that standpoint of it. And Denzel Washington, as I said, he's still great. He's great in everything. He gives a great performance in here. Dakota Fanning is also in this movie, but I don't think her character really did need to be in this movie. I think her character was just in this movie to really make the movie a little bit longer. I don't see a need for her character. Her character didn't really do much by the end of the movie. You'll probably see her character when you see the movie, and you'll probably maybe agree with this. And Roy from The Office was in here. I don't know why he was in here. Come on, what are we doing here? But I saw his like facial hair on the screen, and I didn't see his face, and I was like, is that Roy from The Office? And it was. So I was like, I can always guess him every single time. He's like in a weird supporting role, and you can guess that it's him. It's kind of crazy. But yeah, Denzel is great here. But Dakota Fanning, even though I do like her, I don't think her character was really needed in this one to make it like a complete movie and have Denzel have his little arc and have his battles. And the villains in this movie, they're the mafia, of course. Denzel's fighting them. I mean, they do some bad things to the people, so you do hate them as villains. But I'm not gonna lie, probably in the next 2 days I'll forget who these villains are and what they did for the story. So I'm not really gonna remember the villains too much, and I guess that's really the point of the Equalizer films. You're not gonna remember the villains. It's really kind of like not like a John Wick film, because you'll remember the villains of John Wick 4. I still remember them. But the Equalizer films, I don't really care about the villains, and I probably won't remember them at all. So the action of this movie, it seemed to get worse every single action sequence. That really disappointed me because there's 3 main action sequences. The first one is really excellent. I love that action sequence. That's the one you get from the trailer, and I think that's the best one, which really sucked. You know, I wish that one would have been the final one because the second action sequence is fine, but it's really small. The third one is just really, there's nothing happening. And I know what they're trying to go for with the feel of it, trying to make Robert McCall like really old. He can't really do much anymore after that first fight. But still, I would have liked to see a better end fight because the first fight was so good. You can't just go into those other fights and just make them a lot worse. I felt like that was just a big misstep for the movie. And yeah, as I said, they're living in Italy now, and I thought the cinematography of Italy was simply great. I love seeing all the different buildings. Robert McCall going to meet other people. Thought that was a great part, but I thought that you were just missing a lot of great action here. This one really just felt like a character kind of movie, which I do appreciate a little bit. But if you're going to go all out with the third and last Equalizer film, you could have included a little bit more action for the story at the end of it. And it's about 1 hour and 49 minutes. Its pace is not great. It's pretty slow, as I said, because Robert McCall, he's just walking around Italy talking to people for the first half of the film. And yeah, you can really feel that length in the first half because it's really slow. You're just talking to different characters. I said I can appreciate it at some points, but at some points it just gets to be a little too much and it doesn't feel like an Equalizer film. The second half moves a little faster, so I can appreciate that for it. But yeah, I think this one is a really slow movie. So if you're going into it expecting a fast-paced action movie, you're not going to get this. You're going to get like a character movie with Robert McCall and a kind of a slow action movie. So overall, Equalizer 3 did leave me a little disappointed, but it helped that I didn't go in with any expectations. So I felt like the action was pretty weak at some points. The pacing was very slow, but Denzel Washington is always great. And I thought the direction was actually pretty good in this one. So I'm going to give Equalizer 3 a 6 out of 10. Surely not bad, but just fine. I don't know if I'll go back to it anytime soon. But yeah, it's fine. So if you're going to go see it, just be prepared. It's not really a fast action movie. It's pretty slow at points, but Denzel Washington is still great. So I hope you guys enjoyed this review of Equalizer 3. If you've seen the movie, let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.